Welcome, hello, welcome to Yoga with Leanne. I'm Leanne and I hope that you're ready for some yoga with a story. Today we have lots of fun things, including some singing, so stick around for the whole thing. I'm so happy that you've joined me and I'm proud of you because yoga is healthy and wonderful and fun, so we're about to do it all. Come on to your yoga mat or your towel or whatever you have. Come on down to the ground, take off your shoes and socks, nothing fancy. And let's start by grounding ourselves, feeling into your own body today and feeling into your own breath. So zipping up your lips, breathing through our nose, breathing in and out. And just welcome this moment and give yourself a little hug and say, good for you. You showed up. And you're going to take care of yourself and do some yoga and have some fun with me. Cool. All right, warming up our bodies. Let's do some stretching. So put one hand onto the ground, other hand, just stretch it right over and look up and wave at yourself with your fingers. And the side, deep breath in, long breath out. Wiggle and wave at yourself, hello. And come on back. Put your hands on your knees. We're going to curl ourselves forward and open our heart, sort of like cat and cow, but from a seated position. So you can meow and moo when you're here. This is the cow when your heart's open, moo. And this is the cat when your heart is rounding back, meow. Breathing, stretching, warming up the spine, getting ready for today's yoga story. Today we're going to be talking about feelings, because yoga is a great way for us to feel our feelings. And in case you didn't know, all creatures have feelings, even frogs. And this story is called Frogs Have Feelings Too. So before we get into it, we're going to do one more little yoga warm-up stretch. So sit up as tall as you can, as tall as you have today. Breathe in as more than you have all day. And when you breathe out, we're going to gently twist and look behind you. And back to center, breathe in. And gently twist and look behind you the other way. And come back to center. Stretch your arms way up to the sky. Reach them up, volcano arms. Shoosh. And gently rain your fingers all the way back down to your knees. All right, so once upon a time, there was a frog who had feelings too. So this is the frog that's going to go with us today on today's yoga story. Frogs have feelings too. Did you know that? Of course they do. How couldn't they? Look at them, they're so cute. And they look like they're always, for me, frogs always look curious. So let's find out about this frog who had feelings too. So one fine day, an ordinary day, there was an ordinary frog on an ordinary lily pad just doing his ordinary thing, catching flies with his tongue. Oh, so let's come into our frog pose and imagine that we are an ordinary frog on an ordinary day. So we're going to come into a little ball, make yourself into a tight little ball in front of you, and you can just tuck your nose into your knees as you sort of breathe there. Rock back and forth. Then place your hands in front of you and hop a little bit wider with your feet. Hop, and then put your hands in front. Now here we are in our low squat. And if this feels comfortable in your body, you can bring your hands to your heart in your froggy pose, or you can come up a little bit higher and be in a frog pose like this. So you can choose which kind of frog that you're going to be. An ordinary frog on an ordinary day, catching bugs in an ordinary way. And don't forget to breathe through your nose. Now, this frog was having a fine time when they noticed another frog just at the other lily pad who was bigger and had a bigger, louder ribbit and was catching many more bugs than this frog. And that made that frog angry. So the frog hopped away as angrily as it could. So now I'm going to challenge you to do some really angry hops up and down your yoga mat a few times. So ribbit, Make them harder. Ribbit, ribbit, and all the way back. I'm gonna go really hard now. Ribbit. Oh, make them stomping ones. Ribbit. And one more. Make it the stompiest frog hop you've taken all day or maybe your whole life. Ribbit. Oh, that frog was feeling her feelings and hopped back and forth. She was hopping so hard until, coming back onto your crisscross yoga sauce pose, a beautiful butterfly flew down and distracted her and said, "Do you want to come play tag with me?" That frog couldn't say no. Let's come into butterfly pose together. Bring your feet together in front of you. You can bring them as close or far away from your body as it feels right for you. Just sit up as tall as you can and feel into your beautiful butterfly shape. You can flap your wings this way if you like. You can bring your hands to your feet and even give your feet a little massage while you're there. Whatever you're doing, make sure that you are breathing. Now that butterfly and that frog were playing tag and having the best time. You can even turn your arms into wings if you really want to exaggerate your butterfly pose. Wings up and down. You can have antenna if you like. They were playing tag. They were playing hide and go seek. They were having the best time in the world. Breathe in. Bring your knees together when it started to rain really, really hard. And the butterfly had to go home because the butterfly didn't want to get her wings wet. So the butterfly flew away, waved goodbye very quickly to the frog, and that made the frog feel very, very sad and lonely because the frog was loving that butterfly. So the frog started to feel sad and lonely when along came one of Frog's very best friends, the lizard. Come onto your hands and knees. Now, lizard and frog had a long history of being friends and hanging out together and telling each other how they felt. So to be a lizard, we're going to bring one knee up in front so that your foot is up here close to your hands, and both hands are on the inside, and your back toes can curl under and push that back leg up. So lizard heard frog crying and said to frog, "I hear you, I see you, I know that you're sad. I have the perfect solution for you." Let's change legs and try being a lizard on the other side. Frame your foot with your hands. Bring that foot behind you into your plank pose. Take a deep breath here and bring the other leg up and both feet on the inside for lizard on this side. So frog and lizard made their way to their secret spot. It was the waterfall spot at the end of the swamp. So bring your feet together again. Frame your hands, feet together and sitting back down. And put your feet in front of you now. And we are going to sit up tall, breathe our arms up and waterfall down. This is a wonderful way for frog to feel the sadness, let the sadness flow. The tears were coming out. Just flopping over your legs, just like a waterfall falling. We're going to hold it up this time and really let it flop out. And I want you to hold it here. Be really soft. Let your head nod and feel, imagine that you were that frog feeling all of the sad feelings of the butterfly having to leave their game. And guess what happened? After some tears and some feelings, frog's sad feelings went away. Just then, slithering through the grass, come onto your tummy, along came Snake. Now you may not know this, but sometimes frogs are terrified of snakes because some snakes eat frogs. Gung, gung, gung. Let's come down and up a few times in snake pose. Make yourself very fierce. Breathe it up. Look over one shoulder for a frog. Look over the other shoulder for a frog. Look up. Open your heart. Breathe in and lower down. So lizard ran away and frog went right away to the bottom of the pond, terrified, coming into our rock pose. Arms come out in front for a nice shoulder stretch. We're going to hold it here in rock pose and imagine that we are a terrified frog at the bottom of the pond. Oh no, just wait there. Oh, I'm so scared. After a little while, bring your hands by your side. Your shaking starts to slow down. Slowly coming out of your little rock pose or child's pose and make your way back up to the top of the pond. The snake has gone. Frog was starting to feel exhausted after a whole day of having so many adventures and so many emotions. So Frog went home where they were very safe and felt very at ease. They had a little snack and they were talking with their parents and they were thinking about all the things that happened that day. And then as a family, everybody who lived in Frog House decided to sing a song. And I've invited Dragon to come to our yoga story today to play the guitar and sing a song with us all about emotions. It's probably a song that you will know. Let's try to remember some of the emotions that we talked about in our yoga story today. If you remember all the way back to the beginning of the story, the frog was sitting on a lily pad and felt jealous or angry and frustrated because another frog was catching the bigger fly. So let's start with angry and we'll go back to the hopping. Getting ready, getting onto your low squat. Here we go. Don't forget to breathe through your nose and hop. If you're mad and you know it, you can hop, ribbit. If you're mad and you know it, you can hop, ribbit. If you're mad and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're mad and you know it, you can hop. Make the mad ones hop. Oh, very good. What was the next one? Happy. Yes, it was the butterfly. So come on to your butterfly pose and let's get ready to be happy. Flap your wings. If you're happy and you know it, you can fly. If you're happy and you know it, you can fly. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, you can fly. Whee! And don't forget to breathe. And the next one was sad because the butterfly had to fly away because it was starting to rain. So we're going to get into our waterfall pose and we're going to flow. If you're sad and you know it, you can flow, let it go. If you're sad and you know it, you can flow, let it go. If you're sad and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're sad and you know it, you can flow. And then we got afraid. Come into your child's pose. If you're scared and you know it, you can hide. If you're scared and you know it, you can hide. If you're scared and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're scared and you know it, you can hide. Oh, so safe in your body. And then finally, sometimes you can feel even more than one feeling at a time. So if you have feelings and you know it, do them all. How about starting with angry, happy, sad, and scared. If you have feelings and you know it, do them all. Hop, happy, sad, and scared. If you have feelings and you know it, then you know it. And you have feelings and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you have feelings and you know it, do them all. And now you can choose which feeling you have the most right now, or all of them. It's hard to choose. Feel your feelings. Well, that's what the frog realized, that some feelings feel better than others to feel. But the frog trusted herself enough to know that she could feel her feelings and move through those feelings, and that all feelings come and all feelings go. And yoga is a great tool to let you feel your feelings and to help you realize that you can trust your feelings, that they're all good and every feeling is meant to be felt, just as it is. Let's close today's yoga practice by sitting up back on our yoga mats, just where we started in our crisscross yoga sauce. One hand on our heart, where many of our feelings come from. One hand on our tummy, where we feel our feelings in our tummies too. And let's take a deep breath in through our noses. Close your eyes if you feel safe. And release slowly through your nose as well. Great job. I hope that you feel proud of yourself for having some fun, for talking about feelings, and I encourage you to feel your feelings. And I hope that you'll come back for more yoga with a story really soon. You're awesome and I'm awesome, and when we bow to each other like this, we acknowledge that. So I acknowledge that in you and in you, and I thank you for doing yoga today.
Thanks for inviting me.
And of course, in the frog who had the feelings too. Bye for now. See ya. If you have feelings and you